Well, we are very grateful that you're here at the Axel Nobel facility in Sassenheim. And as you are being here, our special guest, we have asked our employees around the world to ask some questions for you.
Sure.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah.
We have over 100 questions.
Oh.
So let's get cracking. The first question. There was an image of you and Max Verstappen is in the media going around with Max and you being very young.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you explain us where it was and how it came about? And what do you feel when you look at that picture and you know that you will be racing alongside him?
The first thing I noticed is I've grown quite a bit. I was much smaller here, but this was 2013, so quite a long time ago now. This was for the European Championships. Max won, and I also won, and this was our first picture together, I think, which is quite cool now because I wasn't racing against him, but there was both of us winning, and now we're both in Formula One. And I'm very good friends with Max. He's one of the few people I speak with on the grid. But he's a very nice guy, and we have a lot of fun together. We do the sim racing together as well sometimes. So yeah, it's a cool thing to look back on as a memory and see how far we've come.
When did you start racing, and how did it come about?
So I started racing when I was 7 years old. I'm now 21, so most of my life, almost. But I was already I liked watching Formula One and actually I liked motorbikes. So MotoGP, I was watching before Formula One. So I had a motorbike and I wanted to do this with my career. But I had a big crash when I was like 5 or 6 years old. And I never wanted to do it again. So then I tried go-karting. And then I loved go-karting and that's all I did. So it kind of started more with my father, that he was a big racing fan. He loved it. And he took me to go and watch one day, and I wanted to have a go, and then it all started from there.
That going on to the next questions that we had. You already elaborated a little bit on it. But when and what was the first race you ever won? What was your first podium, and how was the experience?
This was too many years ago now.
Well, maybe I can rephrase the question, because I know we're racing on Zandvoort for the first time in more than 30 years.
Yes.
You won races there.
Yeah.
2017?
2017, I raced here in Formula 3. I was, I think, pole position, and then I got disqualified. I was a naughty guy, and but I think I won 2 races. Or I had a grid penalty for the other race, so I had two wins and a 3rd place, I think. But it's one of the coolest tracks we've ever driven. To drive in a racing car, especially a single-seater, so Formula 3, Formula 2 or Formula 1. It's one of the fastest, most high-speed tracks that we go to, especially now because it's got this banking as well. So I think in Formula 1 it's going to be very special.
Nice. Our next question will be an audience question again. Rita van der Laan.
As you might have noticed, the theme of this event is Formula for Success. Do you have your own Formula for Success, and can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. So I think I learned these kind of things over the years, and it's not something which you just happen to have one day and then you know how to have success in every weekend. A lot of it takes experience and time to learn. And even now, I'm in my 3rd year of Formula One, but my 14th, 13th year of car racing or karting. And I'm still learning, so there's never a perfect formula. There's always more things to learn and to improve on. But I know the most important things for me to have success, and things which motivate me more than anything. And the most important thing for myself is to enjoy it and to have fun. The less I enjoy it, the less I work hard and don't try as hard or kind of do the best that I can do. I know that the more fun I have, the more I enjoy working with my team, meeting everyone, the harder I work, and the more I want to achieve a good result, So that's the number one thing. and then it's just having good people around me. So I have a lot of a very good team around me, people I've had for many years, and then also my mechanics, my engineers, the people I work with every single weekend. These two things, when we work together, is what brings me success.
Thank you. Following on from that, the next question is actually, who is your biggest inspiration in F1 and outside of F1?
It's tricky. I don't have like one driver ever that I just wanted to be like, or I supported. When I was young, I supported the British drivers, so Jensen and Lewis. But I respect every driver in Formula One, and there's something special about every driver, you know. And the more I can learn about each one of these bits of special talent that they have in any different area, whether it's the racing or the qualifying or the engineering or anything, there's always things to learn. So I respect all of them, but I don't really have one person that I idolize apart from Zach Brown.
Right. Smart. In your opinion, based on that, is there a greatest of all time in Formula One for you?
I mean, like personally, I don't know. The obvious one people say is like Ayrton Senna or Michael Schumacher, but I never really knew them. I didn't really get to watch. I mean, I watched Michael race a little bit in Formula One, and I know Mick, his son, very well. But I never really got to see them race with my own eyes, you know, at the circuit. So it's difficult for me to say. But currently, you know, Lewis is one of the best drivers in Formula One. Max is also extremely good. And then I look back on the history, and you have to see Ayrton Senna, Michael Schumacher. So those drivers.
Thanks. Another question from the audience. Martin,
Yeah,
are you here?
I'm here. Lando, thank you very much for being here. It's for me a great honor, and it's a dream, of course, for me. My question is, watching Formula One on the TV, you seems to make it so easy to drive a car on full speed, on the circuit, of course. When you approach a corner about 300 kilometers an hour, and then you must brake very hard.
Yeah.
What kind of feeling do you have on that moment to take the corner perfectly?
Well, first of all, I can tell you it's not easy. It's a little bit frustrating sometimes because from the cameras it does look very easy.
Yes.
And I don't know if many of you saw the onboard of Fernando Alonso last weekend when they have the camera in the helmet.
I've seen it.
And then already it looks a little bit more real in a way. Like you see the bumps and everything. And that's a little bit more what we feel. It's not like a perfect camera in high definition, which looks really slowly, you know. So
Yes.
it takes quite some time to get used to the speed of Formula One. And one of the most impressive things is the braking performance and how quickly the car just stops. So that takes quite a while to get used to, but I don't know, it's so difficult to explain, you know, because this is all I've done all my life. So for me, it's very natural and not easy, but it's something to me which it comes to me quite easy. And it's probably very different for a lot of other people which have never driven a Formula One car.
No.
But I guess like I always have a plan in my head for every corner. So I know exactly which point I want to start braking. I know as soon as I start braking, how I'm going to start to turn, how I'm going to start coming on the throttle, where I'm going to hit my apex. Like in the back of your head, you know all of these things perfectly. So maybe it doesn't always go this way and you go too quick into the corner or something. But in the back of your head, you always have a perfect plan of how to brake, the feeling you have and everything. But it's still to me now, like I'm going to jump in the car tomorrow. We're going to brake for turn 1 or something on the first lap, and it'll be like quite a shock for my body how quickly everything slows down. So it's a very cool feeling.
The recent Golf McLaren livery, I think you used in Monaco.
Yeah.
You were very successful there.
Yeah.
You were on the podium, right? According to many, including myself, it's one of the best looking liveries in Formula One.
I agree.
Do you have have a favorite livery in Formula One? Was the question here? Does it have to be a McLaren?
Yeah, so I think first of all the Golf livery we had in Monaco, I personally think was one of the best in Formula One for many years. I've asked Zach and many people if we can keep it, but we're not allowed. So maybe in the future we can bring it back again. My favorite livery of all time was actually when I started watching Formula One. It is from McLaren, and not just because I'm with McLaren. But there's two eras. So there's the Ayrton Senna car, which is the white and the bright orange. I think it's very unique. Everyone knows which car this is. But also the 2007, 2008, when it was the Vodafone McLaren Mercedes. And it was the bright orange with the chrome shiny car. This is when I started watching Formula One, and something I loved, and that's why I supported McLaren, was because they looked cool. And yeah, those two are my favorites. But I think now still the car looks very good.
I think the last one we remember, because we had it here as well. Because I think we also did some work on that. Yeah. Last question then. What is your favorite color, and what do you think about the current color design on your McLaren?
Oof.
We can still change it before Sunday.
Yeah.
So.
You mean for the race car or for a road car?
Both. Both. Whatever you want.
Well, I think McLaren as a Formula One car needs to be orange, no matter what. And the fans love papaya. I think like papaya now looks great. So I'm very happy with how the car is now. As a road car, again, if you have like a lot of black and orange, I think is one of the best combinations. So when you have like my favorite car is the 765 LT McLaren, and you have a lot of carbon fiber and papaya orange as the car, and this is also one of my favorites. So yeah, orange is nice.
Good. Well, I think everybody agrees, and I think when you get to the circuit, there will be many more people who agree that orange is the best color. So anyway, thank you for your time and to answer these questions in this busy weekend for you. It was really interesting to hear everything and to get to know you a little bit better. Get the insights of the mind of a Formula One driver. Yeah. Now, before you finish, we would like to hand over a gift to you from us. We hope it brings you lots of luck this weekend in Zandvoort. So, Herbert, may I ask you to give Lando his surprise gift?
No, before I do that, of course, the two more things I wanted to mention. So one is my daughters asked me to say hello to you.
Thank you.
Not sure why it is, because I don't think they love Formula One, but for whatever reason they asked me to say hello to you. They're on Saturday, they're on the court, so I think with the Tarzan curve, if you could wave to them, they would appreciate
that. Yeah.
No, to be honest, I think it's a little bit pit stop style that you hear, but we really appreciate the fact that you have taken the time to come over here and show, basically what it's all about for racing, answer some questions. I think for us, it's also important, we make products for many, many customers, airplanes, boats, cars, repair, paint. But to see a happy customer, although we don't see your entire face, but really appreciate to see once in a while, we see a customer that comes here, that even wants to pick up the paint himself. So in case you need it, I do not recommend that you need it, because we use that for repair. So hopefully this weekend, nothing like that.
No.
And we would really appreciate at the end of Sunday to see you there standing, holding up this cup. That brings me to a present that we want to give to you. Because one of the Dutch habits is that whenever you win your first race in a country, you have to wear a certain type of shoes. And obviously, so the idea is that don't wear them while you're driving. Okay. But hopefully, when you win, when you're on the podium, you take these shoes. I think they're exactly your size.
Yeah.
I think we actually use them. We do wear them at home, not at work. But as a way to say thank you for taking the time. They're papaya, I think, as a good reminder of here. And hopefully it's a part of a successful weekend here. Hopefully we see them on Sunday when you wear these at the podium. Anyways, we wish you all the best, all the luck. Yeah. Really appreciate the fact that you're here. And hopefully we see you back next year as well in the same atmosphere. And
thank you. Thank you very much,
everyone. Good story. So anyway, thank you.
We wish you all the success this Sunday. I don't know if you happen to know who won the last Grand Prix in Zandvoort 36 years ago.
Yeah, long time ago, huh?
Yeah, but it was a McLaren 1-2.
Okay, no pressure.
So, and the year before that, it was a McLaren as well. So you can make it a hat trick.
Okay, thank you very much.
I really hope you do.
Thanks for these beautiful shoes. And the street waffles as well, my favorite. Yeah, hopefully you can see me wearing them on Sunday. I'll do my best. And yeah, hopefully it doesn't end like last weekend. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.